Hello, Ineffable Being. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful, magical day. I want to tell you that you are a genius. You are special. You mean the world, and you are loved. Ineffable family, we're about midway through February. Some of us are still deciding our goals. We're seeing what we're going to accomplish, our desires, and we're building a foundation, a path, and what we want to reach in this year and perhaps also in the next 2 to 5 years. So part of that is having a vibration, being a vibrational match to whatever success you want, whatever dream you want, whatever goals, manifestations you want. And then also with vibration also comes frequency. At what rate are you consciously showing yourself, your heart, God, and the greater kind, the universe, what it is that you want? Well, before we get into these two big talking points in the weeks to come, vibration and then frequency, today we're going to discuss the importance of deciding on the person you want to become. Before you can move in life and try to make a house, you have to have the design. You must have the blueprints. Not only that, you have to know where you want your house. What school do you want your kids to go to if you have kids? What about your work? Is it close to your work? What grocery stores? What outlets are around where you are thinking of building a house? So in this channel, we discuss how to become your greatest version, how to live through the heart. Living through the heart for me means what I teach, what I share in this channel and discuss with you is how to cultivate an elevated emotion by living through the heart. Why? Well, if you're freed from all past memories, experiences, if you're not bound by emotional, energetic charge of past experiences, you are free from the past. And in this ineffable space, you can look at life clearly and say, okay, what do I want to create? And there's a couple things. We have to be smart. We can't just, want to go out there and create. No, we're going to fail. We're going to trip. If you want to make a business, it's not just opening up a business and having a couple signs out there. So we have to be a lot more educated, especially in these times, especially in 2021. People are waking up. You probably hear that all the time, right? Like people are waking up or wake up. What does that mean? To me, all it means is it's nothing esoteric. It's no cult. It's simply that you are looking at yourself and deciding, well, what happens if I use my instruments? If I use my conscious to, let's say, imagine the goal that I want to complete. Imagine the position in my company that I want. So we see that we have to be a lot more intelligent in the process of manifestation. We can't just use our physical body. So a couple things is your vibration and the frequency that you want to live your vibration through. But before we even get into that, that's a little bit more spiritual. That's a little bit of not so physical. So it's a lot easier to accept and have a conversation on deciding the person you want to become. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you why it's so important to decide on the person you want to. And for starters, well, let's say that you want to be a vlogger and you start doing that and then you see that the results you're getting aren't what you expected. So it's very easy. If you didn't decide firmly, decide consciously, if you didn't articulate within yourself what it is you want, that means that whatever you're working towards, whether it's losing weight, whether it's $1 million, $1 billion, having a business, having a non-profit organization, whatever it is you are exerting and wasting your energy on, spending your energy on, if you did not articulate this inside yourself, decide this consciously, that means that it was an unconscious thought. It was unconsciously presented to you, and you consciously now are moving in response to this unconscious thought. So just as easily as this unconscious thought came to you, It's just as easy for it to change, flip on you the second, the minute that you're not receiving the results that you expect to receive. So deciding on the person you want to become is deciding firmly on yourself, is betting on yourself, is rooting for yourself, voting for yourself, and moving forward. Whenever we get into deciding the person that you want to become, we have to be specific. Now, how old are you? Are you young? I'm 23 years old. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm waking up to do every single day, what I'm going to be doing in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. And you know what? It's such an ineffable lifestyle because independent of my results, independent of the money that I have, independent of the success my YouTube channel has or my other social media platforms, I am still going to be living my dream. I am still going to wake up every single day and live what I have decided to do. Why? Maybe you could say a little bit of faith, a lot of heart, tenacity, the, the will that will stay in existence till its fulfillment will become a success. That comes from Benjamin Disraeli. So let's look at it. You want to become a musician. You want to become an NFL player. You just want $1 million. Well, how badly do you want it? Have you actually sat down and decided, like, well, what are the characteristics of this lifestyle? If I want $1 million, or if I want a business, or, excuse me, or if I want to be a musician, have you looked at the full picture? What is the person that you have to mold yourself into to become that person? Surely, if you're looking at something that you want to become, like a dream, something that isn't real, then this means that you're going to have to do things that you are not currently doing. Isn't it so? For example, if you want $1 million, well, clearly, logically, you don't have those $1 million. So, what are you going to have to do to get there? If you want to be a musician, well, you're basically already telling yourself that you're not a musician by accepting this. So, how are you going to move? How are you going to change that paradigm into actually becoming a musician? Well, the best way is to decide the person you want to become. And you have to have a little bit of purpose behind that. Why do I want to help raise the collective consciousness? Well, what is the purpose of me having this dream? The purpose behind it for me is I believe the planet will be a lot more healthy, the earth will be a lot better taken care of, we will reduce violence, we will, like Albert Einstein says, you can't go about changing the problem with the same mentality. So the moment we start raising our level of consciousness collectively, we might be able to solve challenging problems like global warming, like violence, like poverty, and all of these global issues that we have on the planet. That's my purpose. So I know that you have things that you want to accomplish. Like, I'm sure you want to be healthy, you want to be, you want to have money, and you want happy relationships. Sure, that's what anybody and everybody should kind of want or strive to better. But what about something more? What are you going to do to actually accomplish these things? So, in the weeks to come, we're going to talk about how to set a vibration, how to be a vibrational match to the life that you want. For to be an energetic match to whatever reality you want. Bob Proctor talks hours and has so much content on the law of attraction. Now, quickly, what that simply means is, in this universe, there is no place where one vibration is not connected to the other. So let's think about a rainbow. Well, there's, I believe, 7 colors, correct? Well, there's not a point of demarcation where one color is not connected to another color. Now, what about your emotions? Sure, sometimes you feel super happy and ecstatic and in bliss, and other days you may feel down, sad, depressed. Well, there's no place where, like, your emotions, it's the same as a rainbow. You can see yourself how you got from being super happy and the process into you getting very depressed. You didn't just wake up one day very depressed. It was a journey. It was a procedure. There were things. Everything was connected. And then one day you became conscious. Well, damn, I'm depressed. I am sad. I am so anxious. But you didn't just hop into this day just anxious. Everything is connected. So getting into creating the life that you want for yourself, decide the person you want to become. Because once you have decided who you want to become, the rest is so easy. The rest just falls in place. But yeah, you are going to have the heart to live it out till the end. But I'm thinking, and then maybe I'm just an optimist. If you're talking about the life that you want, the dream that you love, and that you want to create, then I would imagine you would accept to live this, whatever it takes, till you result in that. That you're not going to look at failure like failure, because failure does not exist if you have decided on the person you want to become. Let me tell you why. If you have decided on becoming a millionaire, if you have decided on having a certain level, a certain position in the company, well, let's talk about these two. Let's say that your first company fails. Well, what do we say? In the physical world, we're talking about you're not generating enough money to put back into the business and you have run out of funds, okay? Well, what about in the corporate world and ascending and the positions of the company? Let's say you applied to the same position. You want to be the supervisor. Whenever you want to get where you want to go, and let's say that you get rejected on your application to that new position, to that supervisor level. Well, did you fail? Or is this an opportunity for you to learn faster, to communicate better, to get smarter, to receive more knowledge? That's how I look at it. That's how you should look at it after you have decided to become the person you want to become. This means that you have to have a bigger heart. You have to see that I didn't get rejected. They simply said that I'm either not smart enough, I don't communicate well enough, there is some intelligence that I lack. But don't take it personally. Fuel yourself and then go on about your life and build with all of this motivation. Build with this power. Whenever you have decided the person you want to become, you're going to save time. You're going to save energy. You're going to save thought. You're going to save money. Because now you're not running around letting your external world decide what you want to do. You're not going to be, oh, I want to be a baker. Oh, I want to be a musician. And each time you're going to invest time, energy, resources, thought, and money. So if you decide today the person you want to be for the rest of your life, then every day you start small. You see, what can I do today to start going there? And now it's when you start living through the heart. Inevitable family, I hope this video has helped you on deciding who you want to become and why deciding what you want to become is so fundamental into creating the life you want. The couple of weeks that are to come, we're going to talk about how to internalize the person you have decided to become and more powerfully move into the direction, into the life that you want to create. Please put down in the comments, did you enjoy this video? Did you receive value from this video? And also please share with me, what topics would you like for me to cover in the future? I hope to see you next week on the side of light. Goodbye.